sitting here staring at a box. You guys want to see it? You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So we did some farming previous videos. Yeah, things were good. Got some rain on that, and now we are well, we're back into getting this ready for whatever it comes down to. But these are all painted, dried up, so stuck to the bits. So we got them all, and we are gonna get rocking and rolling. So 2 sets of tires are the same and 2 sets of tires are different. I might not paint the other 2 rims that are covered because we might switch them out, but we're gonna gain on this. We got to get the drive shaft back connected, which does mean we got a broken bolt and it's broke off inside of it, and we just never got around. We went farming and it sits here, so we got to clean this up. We got to weld that on. We got to heat it, take it out. Yes, I got new bolts for all of it. These wheels go, must have got windy in here. All the tires are falling over. I was wondering how long that would take. This place is a mess. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna get around to it. But yeah, these wheels, these are looking good. I'm happy with it. Somebody did say, oh, you're never gonna pass DOT with that old thing. What? Old stuff runs too. Come on, relax, have a little fun. But let's throw them on, get this truck out in the daytime. Today was hot, but it is cooling down, and hopefully we're gonna get some rain through. That'll make life a lot better. So appreciate you guys watching along. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, got one side on. The inners of the front ones are gonna be not painted, but the tread and the tire themselves and everything else, they're not the same. So I'm gonna get a set that matches up with this, and then we'll be good, if you know what I mean. But it looks really good for right now. So, but I'm gonna find some 22.5s that go on, and we'll swap these front ones out. I gotta weld. This is what I'm doing right now. Where's my grinder? Over there. So what I gotta do is weld that nut on, heat it up, and then get that out so I can put the drive shaft together, because once I lower it down, the whole truck's gonna sit lower. So that's where I'm at. It's amazing how when you get sidetracked, how long it can suck up time. So I was like, I gotta paint one of these spacers silver because I don't plan on taking off those back wheels. This one go together, and I don't plan on taking them back off. So one of the spacers does have to be painted. That paint dries so quick though. So we'll let it finish up, flip it. In the meantime, we did go on an adventure, and I did put a little bit of heat to, I don't even know where it is now. I'm losing my mind. I did put some heat to the broken bolt in there after I welded it on. Where are my gloves? I don't know. Found it. That's it. It's cooled down now. So, broken bolt, grease seal, everything's still good there. I count that as a win. So get that one out. It's full of water, which is kind of weird. That is a win. In the meantime, nope, it's not that bag. Where's the bag with the goods in it? We really gotta clean this place. When I say we, it's just me. Well, we. Right here. My money don't jingle jingle. Okay. Nothing left in there. Yeah, we gotta. This week, that's our plan. And I gotta order some of these. So I didn't paint the lug nuts because I don't see any purpose every time you put a socket on and off. But this truck has chrome caps on it, so we gotta get them for the front, for the back. People keep hitting me up like, hey, you gotta do the back ones too, or the front ones too. Yes, I do. We're working on it. But there we go. Fine thread bolts. Got 4 of them. They're the right lengths, right? Oh yeah, they're perfect. I love it. I did bring one with me. So I'm gonna climb underneath, and it's getting dark, so you guys aren't gonna go with me because yeah, lighting and GoPros and whatnot are not that fun. But we're gonna line everything back up. I do know what I'm doing on that side of it. Slide it back together, grease it. Come back out, paint that spacer a little bit more, throw this air valve in, and then if I get the tires on, I'm good, because we do got to drain the oil out, and I got to do brakes. Anything else? I got to adjust them, but I'm going to climb underneath, and we're going to clean this up. We're going to do this up. This is not a one-person job. Whew. I'm dying, I'm sweating so much. It's cooled down. So you're holding the drive shaft over your head and you're trying to put it on the yoke. You got 4 bolts that go in from the back, so you got one hand and you're trying to start it and the other side's popping out. Holy smokes. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna give it one more try and then we'll see. Well, drive shaft from the front rear axle to the rear axle is in. Those just look awesome. I love them. I like that I did that color. A lot of people had a lot of opinions, and I took some into thought, and yeah. But alrighty, I got that in. We still got that air valve to do. I still never brought Frank his axle nut socket back, so I got to get some of these ordered. I'll bring one with me and we'll get some ordered, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna keep working on this, hopefully get this thing out of here. Yes, I got to do the front still. Yeah, we'll pressure wash them up, we'll check the brakes, we'll do everything there. Woo, always something. So alrighty, it's like 9:30, it's time to go, so let's get moving. Back for another day of truck work. I'm so ready to get this thing out of here, and it's a little cooler today, which is nice. Supposed to cool down into the 70s. I actually was on the phone with a buddy in New York. He goes, dude, we're walking around in shorts and we're cold. He goes like, it's coming. So you guys as fans and supporters have been nothing but amazing. I'm sitting here staring at a box. You guys want to see it? So I got this box here. A few weeks ago I got an email. It's raining. Guy Van Asteen sent me an email and said, I'm a regular viewer of the channel and I really enjoy your content you produce. Your never give up attitude is awesome. It reminds me of my 21 years in the U.S. Coast Guard. We never gave up on a mission. And so he said, what's your address? And he said, yeah, I appreciate all the support from everybody. So it's nuts. And then I got another email and it said you got a package on its way to help you out with your air supply. I have yet to open this up. The guy who dropped it off was actually real awesome. Talked to him for a while, so he's now got some Duffy Ag merch. If you don't have Duffy Ag merch, duffyag.com. Everything is in stock. You can see on the side what it is, but let's open it up. Yeah, I can't appreciate the support. I can't thank you guys for the support that you guys actually give. I'm not saying send me stuff, just you guys are awesome. The comments, the support, people reaching out to me. I appreciate you guys watching along for everything. So if you're not subscribed, go do that, because that's a big help growing the channel. Eventually I was gonna end up getting one, but yeah, you got priorities and what to do first, and it is a hell of a good air compressor. Hell yeah. So based on the spec sheet here, it is 8-gallon twin tanks, gas powered, 13.7 at 90 psi, 130 max. It's got a Honda motor on it. And it's portable. And when we get to the point when we have a service vehicle, it will go on it. And then you'd have it portable, but on it. Guy, I'm amazed. This thing's pretty straightforward. So it does come with this. No oil and engine, which makes sense. So got oil in it, got fuel in it. Should be ready to rock and roll. You got your pressure relief, and I think that's it based on everything else I've read. Yeah, I did pull the manuals out, run through that. So 5W10 or, wow, 5W30 or 10W30, depending on working temperatures. So we're mint there. Supposedly some good solid rain coming in. So right now it is 90, feels like it's 101. It says heavy rain stopping in 35 minutes. So this is hyper local weather app, and it's actually like wild. So it says 1.35 inches is what it's supposed to rain an hour, and here's where we are right now. So some rain has gone by, and this is coming across, and we'll yeah, we're supposed to get some. So that ground that we just took those round bells off of, good timing to get some light showers for the next, well, let's see, light showers today, Thursday maybe, Friday maybe, but it's gonna cool down. It's gonna get into the 70s tomorrow, so high of 77, which is a lot better than high of 90. So still hope for a third cutting off that ground. I don't know about a fourth, but definitely a third. Got it running. Starting to get hot again. Pretty quiet. So 13.7 CFMs out of that. I'm filling that, which is then gonna fill this tank just so I got extra capacity. The only thing I need air for today is to run the air jack so that we can do the wheels. This piece of wood sticking out, that is how I got that drive shaft in last night. Slid across the axles, was holding it. The thing's not that heavy, but when you're upside down and you're holding it with one hand, trying with the other hand, the other side's spinning around, you got stuff falling. Yeah. I don't envy anybody who works on trucks every day for their job. I don't. Hats off to you guys, but whew, I work on things enough, and yeah, it takes a different animal. This is stuff that is disappearing. Which is sad. But alrighty, let's get in here. We got to put the air valve in. I got to make sure those are all tight. We got to put the air valve in. We'll air the truck up, release the brakes. Then while they're off the ground on that side, I can actually set the brakes, which will be good. Make life a lot easier. Then we'll come over to this side, and then we got to grease everything. I do got to drain oil out, which will be good, but yeah, we'll see how far we get. It is Taco Tuesday today. You know, that's a ritual. I don't know what time I'm going, so I'll let that run. We'll see how long that takes to fill up. Well, we are aired up. And as you see, once it's aired up, it shuts its throttle down because it hits that limit. So that did not take long. The tank's full of air now. We got all sorts of stuff. So alrighty, probably gonna actually shut that off. I was messing around seeing how it works. Might as well shut it off, and then when we're done getting the tires ready, we'll start it back up. Handy little thing. So appreciate it, guy. You were I'm amazed by all of you guys. Everybody who writes good comments, sends best wishes, who gives me advice. Yeah, I'm amazed. So it's been a good run on YouTube. I'll admit, the first few years, first year and a half, 2 years, you struggle your life away, and 10 people watch your videos, and one of them's your grandma, and yeah. So appreciate you guys. Now here's where we're at. So I got the 2 bolts here, 2 on the other side. We put a new seal in here. As you see, it's all damp and a mess here, but I gotta put the pry bar in to hold it from spinning, and then we'll tighten it up, and then that will be good. What we got to do back here for the rest of it: drain the oil out of there, drain the oil out of here, put new oil, same with the one on the back. And then we got an air valve, and then we just got to adjust our brakes. But I am laying underneath here on my fake grass. It's a party. Last night was pretty challenging because this is heavy as anything. Oh, I do have to tighten this back up, but it's covered in oil and grease from stuff leaking. So that's the actual seal, and I loosened it so I could slide it on and then slide everything. But we just got to thread it back on, so when you grease right here, not all your grease slides out the back, makes a mess of everything. And then we got to grease everything too. Well, I got the grease gun right there. It never fails. You start greasing something and you're underneath it and it runs out of grease. The grease gun. But we're tight. That one's greased. That one's greased. This one's not. We got to come back underneath to do oil, so we'll just put new grease in it. Next up, the air valve. It was getting stuck and leaking. Got a new one. It was discontinued. It says there's no availability. Boys at Fleet Pride called them, and they were like, oh yeah, we got them. But I forget who actually makes them. Starts with a B. So got all my fittings in there, got new bolts. The old one had snapped off, so it was just bouncing around in there. That's probably not any good either. I am in the market to find a Mack rear PTO, which bolts on here like my other truck, but then we got to make this drive shaft goes to there. That's my worry. So if anybody's got a lead on that, let me know. But otherwise, once we do have to hook the neutral safety back up there, but things are good. Things are looking good. We're doing good. Let's throw this in there. So we got 4 lines. They should all line up pretty well to it. We will see. Holy smokes, you guys got all sorts of grease all over you guys. Ooh. So I'm laying here and I see a car pull in, and then somebody walks up and they got a Duffy Ag shirt on, which is wild. It still amazes me. So if you haven't done so, hit the merch store, duffyag.com. Yes, I'm plugging the hell out of it because not only is it comfortable, the quality is amazing, but we spend a lot of time on like making sure it goes good and everything's good for you guys. Me and Yanko. So Dan Morowinski, I've butchered that last name. I think Dan. I should have looked at the card. I'm the worst with names, but all the way from Michigan, stopped out here. He had family out this way, but I'm honored. I'm really honored by you guys. So you guys are awesome. So I'm laying underneath here, and well, that is in there. All the air lines are hooked up right. That is pretty challenging to get in there because you got 2 bolts in the back that line up everything, and then I had one that was stripped a little bit, so we ran a chaser and fixed all the threads on it. Now we're good. So air's hooked up, so we should be able to start the truck, air it up, release the brakes, set the brakes, and make sure we're all good on that side of it. So that's my plan on this side. Drop that down. Then we got the other side to do. And Andy's already hitting me up. He's like, tacos? I'm like, dude, it's only 6:30. But when it's only 6:30, then we end up there at like 8 o'clock. So air valve, pretty excited about that. Tired of listening to the old one hiss out. And yeah, as you see, this got a little bit of leak. But that only runs when we run the PTO. But yes, if somebody has a source on a Mack PTO that bolts on the back here, I'm probably going to leave this one on. And we're going to just, I don't know how this would work. That's a weird freaking angle. But the drive shaft, my other one comes down and goes over. That's one of the big things. I did not want to modify this box. We still got to modify this. So we're going to cut this. And this is a bar. I don't know if you can, that bar right there goes to this so that you can change the dump valve position to either raise lower or be in neutral. Yeah. Hey, Bobby Seidel, this was still a hookup of a deal. So I bought the whole thing and I was going to put it on the white truck. And I'm glad I didn't because it fits this truck amazingly. Oh my God, it smells so clean in here. Yeah, we got to take a vacuum and clean actually in here and clean up some stuff. I don't know. I should find a cover for this. We should air it up so Yanko's got more of an air ride seat, but make sure we're neutral. Not like we're gonna go anywhere anyways. Alrighty. I love that it starts right up like that after sitting for that long. Got it all figured out. So, I'm gonna let it air up, release the brakes. Hopefully not every single tool falls off this thing in the meantime. Then we can mess around and I can make sure we're real tight on the brakes. And that's just that adjuster. Everything else moves, so we should be pretty good there. And then I can set this jack down. This side's done. We just need to do lube and oil and throw the other side on. Easy enough. I'm still such a fan of this color. Like, don't mind that, I know. But we'll get the chrome and that will look good. And then the front tires, at some point we'll get around to doing that. So I got it started so I can check it. Like this brake? Okay. I haven't touched anything. That locked. So let's release it. Okay, I like it. Both of them are set and we're good to go. So they might be on the tighter side, but that's fine. We'll run the truck and see how I like them. As far as how touchy they are, but that's not a bad thing. So I could do this on the ground and move it around and check it out, but this is definitely the easiest way. Leave it up, be able to spin it, tighten it, loosen it back, and go from there. So this side is good. There we have it. We got all our rear tires. Yes, we're gonna do the fronts, so I'll pull them off, I'll paint them. Yeah, they'll look sharp too. It's gonna be a hell of a sharp looking truck. Yes, I know it's an old truck. Take pride in what you got though. This will be around a lot longer than any of those plastic trucks nowadays, so it will keep kicking. You treat them well, they treat you well. I was talking to Frank and I was like, well, like it's got the normal, like this door, but we have the other door, but the door doesn't bother me at all. It is what it is. And then the side panel on the other side. Otherwise, the cab and everything else is mint. The cab on my 10-wheeler, not so mint, but that was a $4,000 buy, and yeah, I put a bunch of money into it now, but we could swap a cab if we come across one that we like. But everybody who gets a heavy spec Mack runs it like a heavy spec Mack all its life. This isn't a heavy spec Mack. 38 rears, single frame. So it was never put on a trailer and, you know, did some outlaw stuff. I'm sure it did some outlaw stuff, but not like some of the big heavy duty ones, the 350s and the super liners with E9s in them and everything else like that. So this truck, it is what it is, but it's a sweet little truck and I enjoy it. So I'm definitely going to keep it in my life, and I've put some time and money into it and built it into what I want so far, and keep fixing little things and getting it better and better. But we are on, we're good, brakes are good. That jack is stuck underneath there, so I got to raise it up, put it on a block, lower the spindle down, then we'll be good. So we got these white tires to go on that other truck. Somebody said, I feel like you're not you're avoiding putting them on. I am. Taking those floaters off is not that much fun. But, and we probably should paint this front bumper. Still love the Duffy Ag license plates that I got sent, and I forget who sent them. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm horrible with names. I got more of them. I wish I kept a note with them. So, alrighty, we're gonna get out of here. Taco Tuesday. It's actually a beautiful day. We'll see what we get into tomorrow. We got to do fluids on this, and then I'll probably pull the truck out. And then we'll do the fronts at some point. We do have to get this thing ready to chop some corn for some people and charge, well, we'll charge the AC last, but get the corn head out, change the belts out, run through everything, probably change the oil now that we've run it some. But alrighty, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.